All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Graybeards. My name's Wayne, and to my left over here, or your stage right,
Girl.
aka Bug. Got your
What's up,
pro.
Gray Beard family? What's
Yeah,
going on out there?
I don't know, man.
Appreciate it.
We talked earlier. We were like, "What are we going to talk about this week?"
Yeah, everything's
And it
quiet on the Western Front.
seems to be kind of. I mean, aside from I hate really. I don't hate. I don't really care to talk about politics. It really is not something, even though it seems to be in the news all the time. It's like old news now. This whole Epstein thing, right? But
Yeah,
we're not going to talk
yeah.
about that today. We're going to talk about this thing right here, the Dixie.
My man, the resurrection. In case you guys don't believe in the resurrection, there's evidence right there. I
That
am
was
chopper down, chopper down. The chopper was down. I call my man Wayne. I'm trying to actually, I'm gonna be honest. Try to work around Wayne. I try to work around and it didn't work.
well. You know what?
Oh,
I don't know. In your defense, right? I can appreciate that. But in your defense of this situation with this is
yeah,
it may have been the starter, may have been bad. I don't know for sure.
yeah,
Because what I found was wrong was this little red switch right up here was causing
yeah.
his issue.
It
Um,
was, I guess, yeah. I
after
turned the
after
key.
yeah, and well, the ignition was bad as well. It would
Hmm.
work, but you had to find the sweet spot for it
Yeah.
to
That's what the problem was. I was trying to find the sweet spot. It would start sometimes and then sometimes it wasn't. So I
yeah.
got tired of the chopper. I was like, I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna be done with it. I took it to a buddy of mine's house and it wouldn't start. It started for me to get it over there, but it wouldn't start for him. He finally got frustrated with it because he bought it as is. Now I didn't have to do what I did. He was like, "I'll take it as is for $1,600."
Yeah,
Hmm.
that was the
Well,
deal.
and because of my benevolence, I let him out of the deal.
But that's
I let him. I released him from the cage that he put himself in, and he went out and bought him a new X Mark. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
a brand new X Smart.
but guess what? That very day that the chopper was repaired, he called me and told me, "Hey man, the belt jumped off my X Mark." Now he just asked me had it ever happened to me because I had one, but I got one, and I told him no. I've been using this thing for like 6 years, and my belt never jumped off. He said he engaged the PTO and the belt jumped off. What a coincidence! Now the chopper's up and running. You know what I'm saying? The chopper looks brand new. Let me just say this about my good man Wayne. You don't just repair stuff. A regular repairman will repair your stuff and give it to you with fingerprints and chocolate stains and everything back on it. But if you notice that picture, that Dixie looks virtually new. He armor all the tires, folks. Come on. Who does that?
I didn't
He's shaking his
armor
head
all the
like no.
I didn't armor
Those
all the tires.
tires did not look like that when I took it to him. That bad will look clean as a whistle. I see all the stickers. He probably even bought new stickers for it. He just didn't tell me. He got stickers on that thing. The deck is black. I don't know what color it was before. I can clearly see that it says Dixie Chopper.
It, it's a,
I am I'm
this is
impressed
this
that
is what happens when you apply water to surfaces.
yeah. Those tires are shiny. I mean, put it in the comments. Anybody that think Wayne put armor all on those tires, I want to hear what you got to say. Them tires, that's not normal for a lawnmower. And I'm sure every man out there got a lawnmower,
I'm
and
telling
some of
you,
you women.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
there is. I don't even own Armor All tire shine or whatever.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
even
see, you got
own.
to be when you're speaking of Wayne, you got to be specific. You know what I'm saying? He would use words matter. That's his thing.
I'm just saying it doesn't have.
Some
There's
type of darn cleaner
no.
on
Well,
those
yeah,
towels. He said no.
there was some cleaner involved. It's called high pressure water. There was some.
Even the front tires.
I did do
Man,
some purple power. I mean, the things were caked with red dirt, mud in the wheels. I'm like, how does he get these in there?
well, hey, it was not stored properly. Let's just go there. Okay. It was
Yeah,
out in a place that grows red clay.
yeah. And
So, but anyway, fast forward, man, I'm happy not only with what my chopper looks and sound like. He gave me a little demonstration, fired it up on one of his videos. I watched it, Wayne. I watched the video. It was good. And
mm,
I am totally happy. I'm happy with the price that he charged me, which is there will be more. I'm gonna not just pay him what he asked for because he did more than what I asked for. So I'm gonna compensate him for that. So all right, we
well,
got a
that's good. I
lawnmower.
mean, and fair enough, it greased everything. It greased all the spindles. It greased everything that I could find a greaser for. And I
Mm-hmm.
will tell you, some of the on them little caps in the front here,
Mm-hmm.
or I don't know how to
Uh-oh,
get
you're
this thing
freezing
to
up,
work.
Wayne.
On this
You're
cap right
frozen.
here,
I can
you're
hear you, but
frozen.
you ain't moving.
Well, you're frozen. You're the one
We're
that's
both
you're
frozen.
on my end. You're frozen. There it comes.
Dang.
There it goes.
All right. Yours
Let's
too, man.
see.
You're moving really slow though.
Well, anyways, what I was saying on
Yeah.
these little caps here, there's a little breather hole up there. And when
Yeah.
I greased those front spindles, a lot of old water was coming out of them, and yeah, grease and everything.
How
But
did
it's
you
got
do it?
new
You okay?
grease in there, huh?
You just put your grease gun up there. Look, okay, I can see it. You can't
Well, there's
believe
a
it, but
little
I
grease.
can see it.
There's a
Yeah, look,
greaser
grease fitting. I see it.
right
Yeah.
there, and I put grease in there, and there's one in down in here, and then all the the mower deck spindles, they were pretty dry too. So
Dang.
I
Thanks,
swear I
man.
did those a lot, but I was thinking I had that the last time it was here was last year, but it was like 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a
Yeah.
story since I bought the. I shouldn't even spent the money on my skag, but I
Yeah,
did.
at the time it made sense for you.
It made sense at the time. Now it don't make sense. I got four lawnmowers and one employee.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but
But you
one
got, I
lawnmower.
mean, so everybody understands you got your yards are 40 miles apart, from where you live and some of the yards that you do. You
Yep,
keep some in one locate. You have a set of equipment in one location, a set of equipment in another location.
yep. That's
It's not
facts.
like you just buy lawnmowers because you have an addiction.
I wonder.
You could, yeah.
Some people buy,
We're not even going to talk about the equipment you got in Georgia. We're not even going to talk about
no, that's not. That's not. It's too embarrassing.
that.
It's too embarrassing. They don't need to know. They don't need to know. But yeah, hey, it's beautiful, folks. I'm happy.
Well, and
Um,
the thing is that so everybody understands is it's easier to spend a couple hundred. You've spent several $100s on this mower recently,
I
trying to get
did.
it working. Um,
Hmm.
and let's face it, I'm not cheap to fix things, but um,
It's
the
cheap,
cost
folks.
of and this is a commercial grade mower, right? This is what they consider commercial grade, right?
Hmm.
They're what? If you went to buy this is a 50-inch mower. If you went to go buy one, they're like $13,000, right? Something like that.
Yeah, they up there. I mean,
Not
you might
necessarily
have.
this particular brand. I don't know. They're all the same. They all use the same
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
This is not
Hmm.
this is not a the engine on this mower is not only produced by Dixie Chopper. They go to Kawasaki and they buy one to
Yeah,
put
they got
on their mower.
Generac, Kawasaki, Kohler. You can might
Yeah,
find any one of
yeah.
those
Briggs and
brands.
Stratton. There's a ton of them. Even
Mm,
even the commercial when you go to like the big box stores, you look at like my John Deere zero turn that I have. It has a John Deere sticker on it, but it's not made by John Deere. It's made for John Deere by, I want to say it's Briggs and Stratton or whatever
Hmm.
company, right?
Hmm.
Even I have a Husqvarna rider, and it has a Briggs and Stratton engine in it, right?
Hmm.
The
Hmm.
drives, the hydraulic drives in here are not. They may be made specific specifications for Dixie Chopper, but they don't make them. They have a supplier that supplies the drive, supplies the pump. You know, the only thing that they may make that's their own is probably the frame that it
Yeah.
sits on.
Yeah. Thing about that one, I do like the stainless steel gas tanks or siding on this more.
Well, I will tell you, they're not 100% stainless steel,
Okay.
but
But the
they are stainless, yes, but they're
okay.
not.
So my customers, when they see it, now I got some newer lawnmowers, of course. But when they see that thing, they marvel at it. It's like, wow, look at that. I'm like, that's the old one. I mean, this is brand new. I got the Skag over here. Wow, they're just focus. This thing is a beast. I'm like, you don't know anything about this thing. And maybe it's like what you were saying earlier. It's got the fat tires on it. It do have fat tires. But I
Hmm.
want to ask you something, Wayne. All right. The Dixie Chopper, I don't know if you looked at the hydraulic fluid or not, but
I
they
couldn't find
tell
a
me
leak.
they did find one. Okay, but
No, I
that ain't what
didn't.
I'm
I
going.
didn't find any
Oh,
leaks.
you didn't? Okay. Well,
Uh,
they tell me that I only need to put a minimal amount of trans hydraulic fluid in there instead of fill. I'm like, this reservoir is like
there's
3 or 4 inches, right?
there's zero hydraulic fluid in that.
And they claim that that's the way you're supposed to run it. You're supposed to just fill it, put enough in there where you can see it. And that's probably what's been causing them problems, man. I'm like, why not fill up the reservoir with hydraulic
Well, all
fluid?
right.
Is there
So
something?
if you look in the reservoir, there's a shelf in there, right? You see that
Yeah.
plate? That's it.
Hmm.
It because it has engine oil in this system, 10W40, no more than 20 in
Yeah,
that. If
2050. That's what I put in there.
Yeah, well,
The 2050.
it's got 1040 in the engine and in the reservoir.
Okay. Okay.
Reason I did that is because one, you don't use it enough in the heat. You run it, 1040 will run it just fine. It gets
Hmm.
20, they want you to run 2050 if this thing is running 8 hours a day
Yeah.
and 80 to 90. You don't run it that way.
No, no. I
You don't
might
need
not do
you
this
don't
back.
I mean, thicker oil, if you because you'll use this when it's cooler out. Thicker oil is you got to let it warm up, or
Okay.
you can do some serious
Did not know that.
wear.
Okay.
The manufacturer says it's okay, but it's for extreme temperatures, right?
Gotcha.
If you're
Hmm.
running it constantly in extreme temperature, then you want to run 2050 in it. But 1040 is the recommend is what's it calls for in
Hmm.
the and if you run too thick of oil in the reservoir, right, it can cause it to be
Hmm.
slower or whatever.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah.
You guys need somebody like Wayne in your neighborhood, in your state, in your life. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
when I say,
You do.
when I say that thicker oil is not better, right? I think I mentioned this in a drive time, whatever. These cars now are running like 0W20, which is like water,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion. But that's what they're calling. That's what they're running in these things. Um, the reason being is the tolerances are so tight tolerances. Anything thicker won't. You'll starve the
Mm-hmm.
major components that need lubrication. You'll starve them because the oil can't get to
Can't get to it. So you told me you put synthetic in there,
them.
the high mileage synthetic, and
Yeah.
that's some pretty thin oil, right?
It still
It's
meets
not
the yeah, there's still 1040, right? It's
okay.
just it just doesn't. One thing nice about synthetic, if you run pure synthetic and some that oil lasts a lot. It's less likely to break down from contaminants than regular oil, and my at least from my what I understand. There may be
Okay.
somebody that disagrees with me. Oil sitting,
Always.
yeah, there, if you take it, remember the old oil cans? They had the metal on top and they were
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah, he had
cardboard.
to go stick the thing in there.
Yeah, and you find where people find these things sitting on a shelf that, their great grandpa had. The
Hmm.
oil inside is fine, except at the bottom, you'll see all the impurities have settled at the bottom
Hmm.
of the thing, right?
Hmm.
I personally wouldn't run it because it's been sitting. Who knows what? Um, let's face it, oil technology since back in our day, the from the 70s and my time, late 60s, early 70s, you changed your oil was like 2,500 miles every 3,000 miles because,
Yeah.
and one, the filtration was horrible. The oil stability wasn't there. It was not the refining of the oil wasn't to the level it is today. Two, most of the engines were carbureted and were contaminated with the choke would stick or they'd run the choke too long and it's sucking gas in there and it's getting in, washing down the cylinder. A myriad of things where today's cars, the technology, they're all fuel injected. The fuel is metered exactly what it needs to be. It's computer
Right.
controlled. So, that's why you start seeing people running, they're telling you can run your oil, 7, 10, you know, thousand
Yeah.
miles before you need an oil change because it doesn't have the lubricate, the contaminants are not as prevalent in the engine. It's a sealed system in there, right? It's more now if there's always exceptions to every rule, and most people will run their oil way past what they should, right? Um, and it doesn't hurt to change. I'm not saying if you're changing your oil every 3 to 5,000 miles, whatever, you're not wrong, right?
Hmm.
Because there's different environments. You may run a long trip in high temperatures or you're pulling heavy loads and putting putting those are extreme conditions. They don't consider, you got to look at what your driving style is. I have vehicles that I might put 10,000 miles on in a year,
Yeah.
maybe five, that oil doesn't necessarily isn't going to go bad, if you will, but it does
Yeah.
have contaminants in it that get into the atmosphere, into the combustion process, carbon and all that stuff, but it doesn't just sit there and go bad.
Mm. I was thinking while you was talking about this stuff, I'm like, I absolutely had no clue about what you're talking about, right? And
Mm-hmm.
meaning, just thinking about a community on a smaller scale, um, you got somebody that's wired probably from birth or maybe inherit some traits from their parents. Somebody that has a desire to look into these things or just can automatically just figure stuff out. You know what I'm saying? There's some things I can figure out.
Yeah.
There's some things I can't. You know what I'm saying? So having you part of the community, being in my circle, I got somebody that can like kind of point you in the right direction. And it's not, hey, I submit to your knowledge. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to contend with it or nothing like that. Hey, this is what he does. So tend to listen to what you say. So if you guys got somebody out there that mechanically inclined or inclined for electricity or can cook, you know?
Well, you're absolutely right. Reach out, but you got to look at people. I've known people that I don't consider myself a mechanic. I don't.
Hmm.
Other people say, well, you know this stuff. You're a mechanic. I
Hmm.
don't have any formal education and I'm not ASC certified. I don't have any of those credentials. I can just tell you from my research and learning and watching what other people smarter than me have said, um, on how this stuff works, right? And that just
Hmm.
sticks with me for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am I mechanically inclined? Sure. But I've been exposed to it from the time I could, you know,
Remember him?
yeah, well, just I can remember. I mean, I remember, and I know people were crazy. I'm 3 and 4 years old when I remember stuff. So, um, but I
What you
can't
say?
remember. I have trouble remembering people's names or whatever, but I can remember
Hey, hey,
things.
that's me. All of my customers have a name. I have to give them a nickname. I can't remember their birth certificate name. Doorman, Hoop Lady, 3 acres. I can readily rattle that stuff off. But you ask me what my customers' names are?
Ask me where I put
Crap shit.
where you know how many times I spend hours looking for something because I put it somewhere,
Yeah.
you know, and I was looking for a tripod the other day.
Hmm.
I looked everywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm looking. I mean, that I turned this place upside down. And for whatever reason, I did eventually find it when I wasn't looking for it. And it was
Hmm.
exactly where I myself,
Where you
where
put it?
I put it. For
Yeah.
whatever reason, I was doing something in my shop and I set it on my welder cart
Hmm.
at the time. That'll be
That's
fine right
funny.
there. I'll remember
Yeah.
where it is.
Of
Mhm.
course. Yeah. They need to
Yeah.
invent something, man, that you can talk to and say, yo, where's my tool?
Retrace my steps, you know.
Yeah. But you got to
Yeah.
tell it where you put it at, though. You know what I'm saying? You put it on the shelf next to your car.
Yeah. But
All right.
back to why you spend money on this. How old is this? 13? Was it?
Yeah. It's probably about close to 10 years old, maybe. I'm
I think
thinking 2000.
isn't it 2012 or 2014?
Yeah. It's
I don't
probably
know.
about 13 years old. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they only made this 2550. They didn't make many of these. Um,
It was at the right right place. Excuse me, right place at the right time.
yeah.
I was like,
But I
man,
mean, but again, back to why you spent the money to fix um, this lawnmower is because the cost of a new one, right?
yeah,
I mean, you can repower that if that motor ever or engine ever goes bad, you know, you can easily you can get another Kawasaki engine to put back on there that would do in, but the problem is people don't do it because you can't find anybody that will do it, you
mhm,
know,
yeah,
they want to charge you an arm or a leg to just take 4 bolts, unhook some wires and lines, fuel lines,
yeah.
and put a engine in there.
Put another
I
one
mean,
in
it's a
there.
little more I'm simplifying the process. It's a lot more complicated than that, but
Hmm.
um, and finding one that has the same
Yeah, you
dimensions.
gotta have the
I don't know
vertical
if you
shaft.
can. So this has the FX 801B Kawasaki, the
Hmm.
25 and a half horse engine.
Hmm.
I don't know if
25.
Kawasaki still produces that engine in the same configuration, because you want it
But
to just bolt back in there. So
true. You make it. I might could find a 27 horsepower that might fit, maybe.
yeah, I would probably. I mean, they don't change them much, right? It's
Hmm.
just internal stuff has changed.
Yeah,
Now, like if you
that's
wanted to
true.
put a fuel injected version on here, it'd probably be a lot more complicated to do
Hmm.
that. But
Hmm.
um,
Air filter. You know what I'm saying?
I,
You put a
I,
video out there where this guy cleaned his air filter with his
yep,
backpack blower.
yeah.
How important is that to keep your air filter clean?
It's a if you don't want to contaminate you know, one, it helps with fuel economy, right?
Mhm.
Not that these get great fuel economy. Two, it allows the engine to, because it's a big vacuum pump, right? Can
Mhm.
look at an engine as a vacuum pump, right? It just
Mhm.
pulls air in, pushes air out, pulls air in, pushes air out. If it can't pull the air in, it doesn't push the air out. It won't push as much air out. It starves it. You lose performance, power, and that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
The so like when I did do the 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 leaf blower on that thing, and there was hardly any dust in it. Surprising.
Wow, that is insane. I can't.
Yeah. I think I
Yeah.
changed it. I think I changed it a lot. And unfortunately, the hour meter is broken.
Oh,
I think the meter just,
just
I
gave
don't
out,
know.
huh?
Yeah, it's
Is it supposed to be powered? Does it have a battery or does it? power off the battery and
It
the
powers
machine?
up. It receives power from the engine, or
Okay.
from the battery, from the motor. It
Well,
has an
because
internal. It does have an internal memory. Um,
okay.
that's how it
Huh.
keeps the. That's how it keeps the. Um,
So if I ever decide to sell it, which I probably won't, unlimited hours. But I want
but
my
when it did
my
work,
commemorative,
yeah, I
my
seen
sharp
the
lawn
talk
shirt.
about you. They can see the sharp, but they can't see the lawn care services. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
his. And I was asking him if why he bought defective shirts, and he was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, there's no sleeves on it. You know,
I cut them off. I to
you."
blend in with the regular South Carolina landscapers.
it's it's the guns, suns out, guns out, right? Is that what it
Sun's
is?
out, guns out. You know what I'm saying? So
Or
I
if you
used to
don't
have
know,
some
if you
guys.
don't know about Bug, he takes pride in them the massive arms he has. Worked so
They used to
diligently.
be, man. They started in the mid.
Man,
It's
compared to some people, you got pretty big arms, you know.
thanks, man. I guess that's good. That's funny as heck. But but yeah, man. So we done talked about the chopper,
Yeah,
and you got it back up and running. I'll probably swing out to your place today, pick it up,
yeah.
employ it, put it in service next weekend,
Let
or
us
maybe
say
I use it to cut my own.
it'll save the logistics struggle of me bringing it to you and you bringing the trailer and
Yeah,
yeah.
it will.
And it's
Yeah.
supposed to be stupid hot here again today. I was outside earlier.
Mhm. Yeah. Hey, y'all, if in case y'all didn't know, multiple days of above 100 in South Carolina is insane. A
Yeah.
lot of yards I didn't have to do because they burnt up. It was like, I mean, I still had to do like 11, I think 11 or 12 yards yesterday. But the
I was
grass is
out
burning.
I was outside until about I think I finished I don't know what time it was I finished up with this, but it was
Mhm.
probably after around noon, high noon. Sun was leaning hard on it. You can see there's hardly any shadow.
Right.
When
Yeah, I
I
know.
took that picture, it was like, dang.
That's crazy. That's
Um,
totally crazy. It was hot. There weren't even any birds flying yesterday. I was like, there are no birds. We're in the end times. I mean, there was no wildlife out there.
now it was
Everything was in shade.
my thermometer I have out back here behind the trailer and under the little it's in the shaded area was reading 99.
That's crazy.
It wouldn't
It
tick to the
was hot.
100. And it was in the shade. I bet if it was outside, it would. I mean, you go out there, if you're in the sun, I swear all the hair was burnt off my arms from it. It was so hot.
You see this white stuff on my face?
Hmm.
It's bleached. It was bleached by the sun.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
It was bleached, man.
Because my hair is still
You had it covered. You had it
not
protected.
so gray. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
It's
that
down on
is
the
it's,
side here, and I cut it off. I keep it close to the wood.
yeah.
You know.
Keep it trim. I don't know how
But
those eyebrows stay healthy.
yeah, they do. I imagine eventually they'll
That's
start
amazing to
turning.
me. Mine turning gray.
It's like it's
They got
going up.
streaks.
It's like it's going up. It's like once it gets to the top, it's like you're
Hmm.
dead. I guess maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
But I guess
So yeah,
the moral of this whole show is, sometimes it's best just to fix what you have, and I've lived by that mantra for a long time. Because the cost of things is so expensive. Oh, our 10-minute warning is up. Um, and I don't know. Let us know down there. What do you guys think? Should does it? Why do people just buy new stuff? Is it just same with cars? I say this all the time. I don't know how people can afford these. I see people with $800, $900, or $1,000 a month car payments. I don't know
that's
about you,
amazing,
but
man.
I don't have extra money to spend just
It's
on.
like one of our earlier shows, man. Need based buying versus want based buying.
Yeah.
You know, it
Well,
was
like
prestige.
you sit there and you talk about the Skag that you bought, or was it the Exmark? The Skag.
This guy, yeah.
But you bought that because you perceived you had a need for it because of you were going to have two
Yeah.
operating locations.
Hmm.
And the Dixie, it was, I don't know, it wasn't really having too many issues, I don't think.
Yeah, the bigger yards are down in Sumter. So the Dixie and the X Mart was going to be used for that Sumter area. And over here, I got smaller yards for the most part, except for that 1 3 acre job.
Hmm.
So I was like
Yeah,
the Skag, cutting, in my neighborhood, we got like 0.4 acre yards. I was like, that'd be good
yeah,
for that. You know what I'm saying? And then, it's been ebb and flow. Sometimes business is booming and sometimes it's not,
yeah.
It all
Oh,
depends on the weather. Yeah.
well, I got to remind you, throw that push mower on there. I'll see what I can do with it.
Okay. I will. I'll bring it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm glad you thought of that because that sucker was about to hit the trash can.
yeah.
I done pulled on it every kind of I done put all kind of starter stuff in there. I'm like, this mug is gone. But I was like, wait, hold up. There's Wayne.
Mhm.
Because a customer gave it to me. He was moving. He says,
How
man,
many
I just
years
bought this
ago? How
thing.
many years ago was that?
Oh shoot, I've had it at least 3 years. Well,
And
since
you've
I've been
met,
here, because I
and
met the guy when I was there.
it's never run.
It has never ran in my presence, man. I yank, man. Yeah, I'm like today. Since you brought it up, I may just go out there and spray some carb cleaner in and something and pull on it. Let's see what it's gonna do today. I know, right? I don't know what to do. Take it to Wayne. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take.
I,
Hey, I may
I'll
sell
see
it
if
to
it's
him.
if it's even salvageable if it ain't blown up.
The dude said he only had it for a year, which is hard to believe. I mean, don't. That's what he said.
He may have
Like,
only
I'm
had
not.
it for a year, but if it's not running, who
You know,
knows how
one
long
thing
it's
I didn't
set.
think about, Wayne. Some of these, maybe all of them, if it don't have a blade on it, it won't start. Have you found that to be a fact? Um, my
They'll run.
dad was my dad was
They'll,
telling me that
they won't
it
cut
was some,
grass, but they won't cut grass, but they'll
of
run.
course, they'll make a little tornado or something. But they claim that some lawnmowers won't start if you don't have a blade on it. It's a safety, well, I don't know, safety feature, it's some kind of feature. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. So that's the claim. My dad said, your cousin tore up my lawnmower when he was a kid because I had took the blade off to get it sharpened. And so he couldn't get it started. So he started adjusting the carburetor and all of this kind of stuff. And he had to take the lawnmower to the shop. And my cousin was this kind of guy. My cousin Lee. Lee, I hope if you ever watch Get Graybeards, you're on here. Well, hey,
Well,
hey
maybe
man,
maybe I will test that theory.
yeah, let's find out.
Maybe
But
I'll
he was
test that.
like, we're gonna Google it too. He was like, hey man, I can fix it. And that was the way he got down. You dare not tell Lee that something was broke. If it was, my mom said, hey, there's something wrong with the washing machine. I can fix it, Auntie, I can fix it. And he 9 times out of 10, this dude would make it worse. I don't know. You need to get this part here, and they don't even sell them in town. I don't think this is the way he talked to. He got this real country
Mm.
accent. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't think they got them anymore. You need to get another washing machine, Auntie. You need to get another bike. Hey, bud. Hey, man. Hey, I can fix your brakes on your bike, man. I was like, Lee, no, no. I don't want them fixed. I want
Don't.
them just like this. I want to go brakeless, man. I want to stop like the Flintstones, man. My
Oh, that's
cousin
too
Lee, man.
funny.
Hey, we're gonna get that dude on here one of these days, man. That can't. Hey, and then my friends on Facebook that know me, grew up with me. Hey, Lee Sharp, man. Lee can fix it, right? And he never fixed anything, man.
Yeah. Well, I'll put the link out there. Make sure
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tag him in it. I think his wife is on Facebook. I'm gonna
you'll
put
have to
Lee
tag
Sharp.
them
Lee
on
Sharp, this
it.
I know you still out there, cuz fixing things,
Terrorizing the world, saying I can fix it.
terrorizing the world. I know everybody got a cousin or relative in your family that
Well,
can fix stuff.
there's always that fixing it properly, and then what we use the term Mickey Mouse fixing it,
Yeah,
which means fixing it enough to get it to do what you want it to do, but not
yeah.
necessarily fixing it to OEM specs.
Yo, when I brought that lawnmower to you, it was Jimmy rigged. Okay. I mean, all right, to
Yes.
say this here, just in case it get out, I don't want nobody to misinterpret what I was saying. Another good friend turned me on to his good friend, and they put this, for lack
Hey,
of a better term, hot wired.
well,
And
sometimes,
it,
yeah. So what was happening with that PTO switch
mhm,
there was it was um, not allowing power. So when you put it in the off position on the PTO, it puts the switch in a different position to allow
mhm,
power to go through the ignition switch that starts to the starter.
right.
And you could have pumped that thing all you wanted. I never took it apart because they didn't make it so it's easily disassembled,
Mhm,
clean the contacts. It's
right.
the amount of
Just
time it
get a
would have
new one.
taken me to do that,
Hmm.
and that was what took so long to fix this. Was I ordered one. It was like a
Hmm.
$15 switch. I
Hmm.
ordered one. They sent me the wrong one.
You
I was
told me.
like, this is
Yeah.
not what I wanted, and I had to
Right.
return it and wait for this one, which is an
Hmm.
exact. It's exactly the same as the one that come off it, and you'll get
Okay.
all the parts back.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
You know they're going straight to the trash.
well, I'm just
I'm
saying,
not
just
mechanically inclined.
well, you can't tell the difference between that switch. That's exactly the same switch that was on it. Now the ignition, the only difference is on the original, they had white outlines of the where you could put what it was.
Hmm.
This one don't have the. You could paint it white if you want. I mean, it's just a paint, really. But
Nah, there's no biggie. You
yeah.
know, I get used to the bright red PTO switch.
Well, that's the thing is you kind of, which was to me, you were like, I just want it to be the same, right? I want it to be the
I like it the
same.
same, but
Yeah, and
not
it looks,
minute detail.
yeah, everything. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this lawnmower aside from the engine. There's really nothing wrong with this lawnmower. Um, I couldn't find any. I couldn't find any. You know, you had mentioned some. You were concerned of the hydraulic, but there
Yeah,
was a
leaking.
hydro. I couldn't find any evidence of any
But there must be an
hydraulic
oil
leak.
leak there. It's got to be
Well,
in there.
it's going. The valve cover. It probably needs new gaskets. They seep a little bit. There's nothing profuse leaking. There is.
Right, right.
Um, yeah, it's
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Now, if there,
Man, I'm happy.
yeah, it'll run just like you want it to do and do what you want it to do, and
Hmm.
you know, it'll be. It should, unless something else. I mean, that's the problem with older machines, right? There's always something else,
Yeah.
but there's very
Oh,
few things, right,
hmm.
that could go wrong with this. So,
Hey, it came with a mulch kit, and you told me you fixed that
yeah,
handle. I don't have to put a screw in it and all this kind of stuff.
yeah,
I
you'll see that
appreciate that.
when it comes back. But we're about out of time. Real quick, thanks for watching, everybody. Let us know what you think in the comments, and have a great and blessed. God bless everybody and blessed week.
Okay, I gotta say it. I gotta say it. You know what I mean? It's gonna be my favorite. See y'all next week.
Yeah,
You know
take
what
care,
I
everyone.
mean?